Good morning, children. Our today's topic is Theories of Religion. It is the second part of the chapter Religion and Society. We are going to discuss four theories of religion: animism, totemism, naturism, and the functionalist theories. Let us take the first one, animism. According to Tyler, animism is essentially a belief in the spirit of the dead. Animism propounds the existence of some supra-physical being within the body of every living being. This supra-physical being is believed to survive the death of the physical body in which it is contained. After the death of a person, the supra-physical being is freed from the physical limitations and can wander irrespective of time and space. Thus, animism is a belief in the spirits of the dead. It is a name given to the theory of spirits, which are supposed to be dwelling in certain places or things, so that they can communicate with men. Very commonly, the view is held that a spirit visits a man in sleep. Sometimes, a man is said to have heard the spirit speak from a corner of the house. If Hindus do not feed their ancestors, their spirit will not feel happy in the other world. To feed the ancestors, a 15-day festival called Shraddh is celebrated among Hindus. According to Tyler, animism lies at the basis of the religion. So we can say that it is a belief in the souls of dead ancestors. Another theory of religion is called totemism. What is totem? A totem is a species of animal or plant, rarely of animal, which is related to a tribe, and that tribe behave in a reverent manner by adopting its name. Totemism consists in the fact that a tribe is supposed to be related to an object, mainly animal or plant, towards which they behave in a reverent manner by adopting its name and offering sacrifices or adoring it. A totem is generally an animal, rarely a plant, which gives its name to a clan, means a group of families, or may be otherwise associated with it. The relation of the clan and that particular animal is explained by bonds of descent, the clan considering itself the descent from that species. For example, the Iroquois clans were called turtle, bear, wolf, hawk, etc. They carved out the representation of these animals over the doors of their houses. The people of the clan do not kill or eat that animal with whose name they are linked. They attach to it super-empirical meaning. In Rwanda, for example, the buffalo people who are called by the name buffalo will not eat buffalo. Only when the clan worships the animal or offers sacrifices to it, totemism may be associated with religion, although it is now generally acknowledged that it is mostly a social phenomenon combined with magic or superstition. Then another theory of religion is called naturism or naturalism. It is the worship of natural objects such as sun, moon, river, mountain, etc., believing some supernatural force in them. The theory of animism is related to the primitive man. Naturalist theory of religion is based on the explanations of the Vedas. Names of the gods like Surya, Chandra, Agni, etc. are natural facts. Man first of all came across nature, and after observing different natural facts, he experienced the feelings of fear, beauty, or magic. Man named natural powers as per their activities. Electricity of the sky was considered such a power which could tear the earth. Wind was considered that it whistles and sighs, and thus this metaphor became the actual name. Every natural power was given a particular name, and its biography was prepared through language, and it was recognized as supernatural power. Thus, religion came into existence due to worship of natural powers. Then fourth is the functionalist theories, and this functionalist theory has been represented by three philosophers: Malinowski, Radcliffe Brown, and Durkheim. The first functionalist theory is by Malinowski. According to Malinowski, religion helps man to get rid of strain and stress. Then comes Radcliffe Brown. According to Radcliffe Brown, religion assures social solidarity. Then the third philosopher is Durkheim, and according to Durkheim, religion helps to develop right society in place of wrong society. So all these three philosophers are giving us the functional value of religion. Now let us take the first one, that is Malinowski. As Malinowski says that religion helps men to get rid of stress and strain, Malinowski considers religion as a device to secure mental and psychological stability in an individual's life. Human mind always suffers from pain and tension, and it seeks a relief from the same. Then religion is made to bring about a readjustment between man and the supernatural in upset states of existence. So this is the functional utility of religion. Then the second philosopher is Radcliffe Brown. He says that religion assures social solidarity. He says religion is emerged to instill a sense of dependence in it. To him, the individual should learn to depend on society through some rituals and behavioral norms or rules. He feels religion is not a device to save individual from his individual stress and strain. Rather, it is to assure a social solidarity and homogeneity. For example, Mahalis worshipped Surji Devi or sun god, sacrificing chickens, pigeons, goats, etc. And after the rituals, they take the food together. Their practices show religion is the instrument to combine the people on some common cause, and they show reverence to the supernatural spirit being united, thereby accepting the functional role of religion. Then the last functional theory has been given by Durkheim. Durkheim says that religion helps to develop right society in place of wrong. Durkheim emphasizes the functional aspect of religion, and he stresses on the beliefs and rituals. He offered two important concepts, that is sacred and profane. Sacred means holy and profane means unholy. In every tribe, a distinction is made between these two. He is of the opinion that the positive beliefs referred to God is related to sacred, and profane consist of magic or pseudoscience. What is pseudoscience? Pseudoscience, I am giving you an example, like astronomy is a science, but astrology is a pseudoscience. Right? So it is a wrong conception. Some people say that it is a part of religion. So he is of the opinion that the positive beliefs referred to God is related to sacred and profane or magic. So the profane are forbidden. Right? The people are asked to be away from profane, because profane is worldly and sacred is related to God or the supernatural power. For example, Mahalis worship Surji Devi as a joint performance and offer several animals. This is sacred. On the other hand, in each family, it has its own deity which is called Orak Bonga. We are talking about tribes, so these kind of words are being used. So their personal deity is called Orak Bonga, and nothing is told to the outsiders about this deity. Thus, telling anything to others is profane. Keeping it in secret is sacred, but if somebody tells about this deity, it is considered as profane or unholy, and it is a punishable act. So we have seen the three functionalist theories given by Malinowski, Radcliffe Brown and Durkheim, and they all are telling the functional aspect of religion. Thus, according to him, religion is a part of social activities comprising right or wrong, good or evil, and guiding the functions of the respective societies. So that's all for today, children. Next time we shall talk about the functions and dysfunctions of religion.